What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we will be speaking about something very relevant, something quite a lot of people ask me. Are lawyers allowed to advertise? And are they allowed to market themselves? All these kind of questions keep doing the rounds. And let me tell you, these two questions are very separate. Are they allowed to advertise? Well, absolutely not. According to Rule 36 of the Advocates Act, they are not allowed to advertise their services in any platform whatsoever. But if, let's say, we just talk about having a website, of course, that has been permitted with minimum details about their name, profession, the place where they graduated from, etc. I'm sure that lawyers already know that. And therefore, for the purpose of this video, we will be speaking only about organic reach and organic growth using internet marketing. So, without further ado, I will begin this particular video specifically focused on digital marketing for lawyers. So, whenever we talk about digital marketing for lawyers, the first thing that we think about is video marketing, because it's about where you are most going to be visible. A lot of people, whenever they discuss digital marketing for lawyers, they talk about Google My Business, they talk about law directories, but they forget that the people who want to hire a lawyer, they're not going to any law directories as often. They may not be using Google My Business as often, but at the same time they are using Google, they're using Facebook, they're using YouTube. They are the normal people, and since they are normal people, they are the mango people, they will search for you like normal people, and they will not search you using complicated terms like for example injunction. They will say stay order. So again, if you want to attract people who are prospective clients, you have to speak like them. Of course, if you are into a different domain of law, let's say corporate law, etc., then of course usage of specific terms is advisable and encouraged. But at the same time, if you are a family lawyer and you want to find clients who are going through a divorce or something, so then you have to speak their language and you have to use the terms which they are searching for. So my first advice would be to create a YouTube channel, Instagram account, and then you have to speak about those topics which are being searched the most. Whenever we talk about what is being searched the most, then again you'll ask me how what do I make the topics on. We can easily find out the most searched topics using the Google keyword planner. If you go to ads.google.com, you will find that there's a Google keyword planner, and using that you'll be able to find out exactly the number of searches per month every particular search term gets. So once you do that, you'll be able to find anything and everything out there, no matter what your domain of practice is. Even if you are an arbitration person, even if you are a family lawyer, even if you are a property law consultant, anything and everything, the searches for that you'll find in Google keyword planning. And if you have the budget, you can go for a bit more sophisticated tools such as Ahrefs, SEMrush. So it depends on your area, your level of expertise, and your how comfortable you feel using those tools. So to begin with, you can use Google keyword planner. That's tip number one. So the second tip is about platforms where doubts regarding law are asked and answered. So when we are talking about platforms where questions regarding law are asked and answered, I'm not talking about legal communities or directories. I'm talking about Quora marketing. That is where people are asking the questions. And that is where there's a dearth of lawyers, of qualified professionals with a lot of years of experience. And that's where you can fill up that gap. Yes, I'm talking about you. I'm talking to you. You can fill up that gap and you can answer all the questions that people may have. And once you answer those questions, they will be looking at your website and they will be contacting you. And no, that's not advertisement. That is not advertisement, that is organic reach. You're not even disclosing your website, you're not saying anything. You're just answering their questions. If they happen to visit your profile on their own volition, that is an organic traffic that your website is getting. So that is tip number two. Now that we have covered the last two areas of organic reach, when I'm talking about YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the social media platforms, and I've spoken about platforms like Quora, where questions are asked and answered, basically online communities. Once we have covered the online communities, we have covered the social media platforms. it is very essential to cover search engines. And I know search engine optimization, creation of a website for the vast majority of uh, non-tech savvy people, those who are technophobes, it's tough for them. But I'll try to dumb it down and I'll try to make it as simple as possible. When you're talking about search engines like Google, one thing is a must. What's that thing? The biggest problem, the biggest flaw in every lawyer's website that I see is that they get the website done from anyone. They get it done. They have tens and 15s of pages. Let's say I do arbitration, I do corporate law, we do filing of we get injunctions, and God knows they'll give you a list of 15, 20 services that they give. And then the flaw that they make is that they, in the paragraphs, they use lorem ipsum. They say nothing about what they're exactly doing, what their expertise is, what they have done in the past, and there is no information which establishes trustworthiness. When we are talking about search engines such as Google, we are talking about a principle called EAT. No, I'm not talking about actually eating something. I'm talking about expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. So tell me, if I include a lorem ipsum plugin and I include that text as a filler everywhere in the website just for the sake of creating a website, will that get you traffic online? No, it won't. So a lot of people say, Acha, what if I get a website made? Will that rank? By when will it rank in the next 2 weeks? No, it doesn't rank in 2 weeks. It doesn't rank in 2 months. It doesn't rank in 2 years. If your information is not relevant, there's a chance that it will not be ranking unless you make the necessary changes. So what are the things that you can do in order to make it rank? You have to include all your details, anything which humanizes you, because Google always puts an emphasis on humanizing a person. Your own personality is your brand image. Even if you are a single lawyer and you have an office somewhere in a very it's in your residence, I'm talking about everyone has a brand value. If you tell the people exactly what you stand for and what kind of work you have done in the past, the kind of solutions that you offer to people, then that's what people notice, and that's when people start taking action. And as much as I know that lawyers are not allowed to break lawyer client privilege, and that's specifically barred, but at the same time you can talk about success cases, not necessarily yours. Even if you're starting off, you can talk about cases which renowned lawyers have taken up, and how, what they did right, what they did wrong, and you can discuss what works and what doesn't work in this industry. So once you start doing that and you start writing those articles, you start making those videos and you embed them in your website, that's when you start getting the organic reach. And of course, while you're not allowed to advertise, but at the same time, you are allowed to write. The job of a lawyer is to speak and to write. You have to draft. So if you're drafting so many documents, you might as well write an article and post it on your website. It doesn't take much of time. It takes 3 hours at most. And that too, perhaps I'm exaggerating a bit too much. It might take you perhaps an hour. Write it down and post it, proofread it for a while, and then just post something every week, and you will see a lot of traffic coming to your website organically. So that's tip number 3. So this is it, friends. This is my 3-point agenda of what to do for you lawyers in order to get more traffic to your website. So follow these tips, and if you have any questions, fill it up in the comment section below. And if you want my services, feel free to contact me via my website, and I will return with more videos on this very topic: how to create your website with ease, how to use Quora. Every question is going to be answered. So stay tuned and subscribe to my channel.